Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just starts off strong, ladies and gentlemen.
We're bringing it.
Yeah.
I hope that relaxed you. That the nice sounds there, because we're bringing it this episode.
Oh yeah, we're ready.
For those joining on YouTube, yes, we are bringing it, Dustin. Because you know why?
Why?
Punch your tickets, because the BS Express is in full force. Yeah! Delightful times.
That's the record for getting the train going that early.
Yeah, that's right.
Instead of Tom Hanks as the conductor, it's Gary Busey.
Oh man,
Gary Busey. Oh man,
his weird side note, but I wouldn't be. I got to bring this up. So Gary Busey's grandson has a band.
Really?
And he plays music.
Really?
And on my Facebook algorithm a couple of weeks ago, it was announced that he was coming to 2 places in New York, one of which is very close to me, one of which is not. He was playing in Buffalo, and then he was coming to Troy, New York, which is very, very close to me.
Huh.
And I thought for half a second, I was like, should I go see Gary Busey's grandson right now?
Screw it, why not?
Wow, I knew that his son was in acting, but I didn't know his grandson was
maybe
out there battling bands and everything else.
maybe it was his son, not his grandson. I got to see, but it was a Busey. And they were
it was a Busey.
They were making music, and if you looked at him, you're like, oh yeah, the Busey genes are strong with that guy. And let me tell you,
teeth.
and let me tell you too, the music was out there. So
now I have a question for you guys.
Yeah,
who would be the conductor of the BS Express?
I mean, it's you.
Yeah.
No, like actually, just like because Tom Hanks.
Okay.
Is the conductor of the Polar Express.
Right. We need something with a little more razzmatazz, I would say, than that.
Ric Flair? I don't know.
Okay.
He could do it.
You know, if we're talking about Gary Busey, how about him from what was that movie? Silver Bullet.
Oh man, that's an oldie. That's an oldie.
Yeah, that's a real oldie. And you've got the werewolf running the train.
Oh,
now,
how about that?
What about? I have a better one. I have a good one.
All right.
Matthew McConaughey and Dazed and Confused.
Oh man, Wooderson.
All right.
Yeah, he'd be like, get on this train. I can't do a McConaughey.
No,
to do it.
You got to get on this train, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
Yeah, that would be a good conductor.
That should be a good conductor. Either him or Dale Gribble.
Oh yeah, Dale Gribble. Man, that King of the Hill reboot, I hear it's good. I haven't checked it out yet.
It's actually pretty good.
Got to do that.
Do you guys want to hear my?
Have you ever seen Rick and Morty? You two?
I know who that is, but I don't know if I've ever seen it. I don't think I have.
Dustin?
I have seen clips and bits and pieces, and I know the Rick and Morty fans went crazy. They went to McDonald's and were demanding Szechuan sauce on the counter.
That's very true.
And they were doing a bunch of stuff. And I know from the video game world, there was the Rick and Morty, the creator of Rick and Morty. He did those, I think,
Pocket Mortys.
I think it's called High on Life video game or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I never jumped into the show. Like never got. Really,
I was gonna do a Rick impression. Damn it.
Well, I mean, you could still do it. I would know who it is.
Morty, we got to preview the game, Morty.
Rick
Morty?
Rick sounds a little constipated, a little backed up.
Because that is Rick.
Yeah, I know.
Morty, we got to preview the Seahawks game, Morty. Don't you understand, Morty? It's crucial to the universe, Morty.
We do got to preview the Seahawks.
Oh, God. No, keep me one in the closet.
All right.
Keep me one in the closet for now. Jesus.
We're
we're off to a great start.
Yeah.
You just
Welcome.
don't know.
We don't know.
just don't know.
One knows.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. Not even God himself knows. He's just like, all right.
You never know. You never know. He just says, all right, we're going to put these three guys together. We're going to make them like the same team, even though they all live in different states that are not where the team is from. And years down the line, I'm going to bring them together.
That's right.
I think of God as
one day. And
Yeah.
It's God from Family Guy.
It's going to be seismic.
Yeah.
It's God from Family Guy. It just goes, well, there we are.
Yeah.
It's like when God created Nepal. It's like, do you know that clip, Dustin?
No.
Am I allowed to say? I can't say it. Never mind.
How about Mike Brady? Wherever you go, there you are.
Well done. Anyway, welcome to the Department of BS. My name is Dan Cruz. I'm coming to you from the beaches of lovely Long Island, New York. This is Seahawks Sessions, a Time to BS production and the Seattle Seahawk podcast, part of the Belly Up Sports and Belly Up Media Networks. From No Credentials Required and the capital region of Albany, New York, Dustin Henry, and over in his corner over there.
Hey. No, I don't know.
All right. Anyway, from Belly Up Fantasy Live and other Belly Up productions, Mr. Kevin Wilson from the great state of Texas. Gentlemen, how you guys doing?
I'm jazzed up. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah.
Because this is it's going to be a great weekend. I'm looking right over here. We got Clemson and Louisville on TV at present.
Oh, all right.
And then you got some big games tomorrow. And then, of course, the cap of the whole weekend, whether the rest of the NFL world realizes it or not, is the Seahawks and Rams game.
Yeah. It's the best game on the slate. I'm sorry. There's some other good ones. But this is the best game on the slate. This is the one for all the marbles right here. An important game. It's going to be a great weekend, but it's going to be one of my most stressful weekends. It's going to be a stressful Sunday.
God.
That's the people are going to see it in real time. It's why if the Seahawks are having a big game, I don't invite people over to watch me.
I get you, Dustin. I'm right in your same corner.
I don't invite people over to watch me, he says.
Yeah, no, because you don't want to be around me. Notice a couple weeks ago, you guys probably realized I had Brian over. I had a bunch of friends over. That was the Seahawks were on the bye. I was strategic with that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Talk about planning ahead.
Yeah.
We do have to talk about that Rams Seahawks game.
Yes.
We got a couple things you got to talk about. Dustin's Jukebox makes a glorious return again. Kevin's keys to the game. I have a question for you guys.
Oh,
by the way,
my favorite. These are my favorite. The random questions.
Does the name Tom Cable ring a bell to you guys?
Yes, it does. Former Raiders coach and former Seahawks offensive line coach.
Someone asked
Was
me.
he also associate head coach? I cannot recall. I don't think
he was. He was.
Okay.
So someone asked me at work today. It was like, hey, what were your thoughts on Tom Cable? And I said, he was the other punching bag for the Seahawks besides Pete Carroll.
He was, and also Darrell Bevel was a punching bag for a while.
True.
Remember
See,
that?
Very true.
I can defend Bevs a little bit because he really wanted to open up the offense, and Pete wouldn't let him. So I can defend him with that.
Yeah, that's you don't let him in. Do what he needs to do, and then you put the whole ball of wax right square in his gut.
Yeah, but
I
remember.
Don't let that hit you in the door on the way out.
Literally, I remember the broadcasters were like, "Oh, I don't know why Seattle fans don't like Tom Cable. He's one of the best offensive line coaches in the league." And all I had to remind them is a very simple game, very simple time, from around 2014, I want to say, to for a 3-year period, the Seattle Seahawks had the worst offensive line in football.
Yeah.
The worst. Even before the Jimmy Graham trade, it was still inconsistently bad.
Yeah.
And
there's a reason that that Seahawks fans as a collective unit were begging them to invest in the offensive line and fix the offensive line.
Yeah,
for like 9 years, it feels like.
There are people that went to kindergarten and graduated high school before they started working on this.
Dan's doing the math. He's doing the math.
Like, carry the 4. It's like, I don't know.
Starts a conversation like that. I just sat down.
Anyway.
Tom Cable is a place I did not think we'd go on the show.
No, I did not believe it would be slip sliding away on that one. So
it's just, Tom Cable's like a lazy river, but with a waterfall instead. It's like, oh, you think everything's going well, and then bam.
Yeah, because lazy rivers do have their weight in gold.
Who was the most infuriating offensive lineman that they've ever had during his tenure as Seahawks O-line coach?
I would have to go back. I would have to go back into. I mean,
because I know a majority of the starting 5.
Okay, can you jog my memory and name them so I can get? Because I have a name, but I don't think it's the correct era.
My punching bag number 1.
Yeah,
Russell Okung.
Okay,
Good God, he was such an infuriating left tackle.
Left tackle is if you got a problem at left tackle, you've got a problem.
Yeah. So when was the Russell Okung was like, oh, we're going to replace Walter Jones with this, and he breaks his toe.
Yeah,
it's always his toes. It was always his toes or his ankles.
Well, and he never developed. And I think didn't he? If memory serves, and I could be wrong, because I know he invested in crypto early, and he ended up making bank, right? But didn't he go to the Chargers after the Seahawks? And then wasn't he like kind of decent, which made it even worse?
He made it with he signed with Denver.
Oh, Denver. Okay.
After 2015. Because he signed with the Broncos after they won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
He was there for like a year, and then Elway, the GM of the time, John Elway, was like, hey, I'm gonna release this guy and just take all the deferred money and then do all that. He goes to the Chargers. He does relatively decent, and then he goes to Carolina. He goes to Carolina. It's like, I think when Okung left and he went to the Chargers and then Carolina, I was like, because he was a 1st-round pick out of Oklahoma State.
Right. He was.
People forget he was.
It was a high-round pick too. Yeah,
he was one of the best prospects at that draft class at the time. I believe he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I believe it was one of the Rams games that they played against at home, where I'm like, can this dude even block? Like, you're a left tackle.
Yeah.
He
That's what
can't
I'm saying.
block.
Left tackle, come on.
It was him, J.R. Sweezy.
Ah.
J.R. Sweezy later on, his second time with the Seahawks, played well.
Sweezy's second go around went okay.
Yeah, he had his perks his second go around. And then Justin Britt, who was a better center than people give him credit for.
Yeah.
He was a very versatile lineman for his time. He lost a lot of weight after he retired.
He did, because I just saw a clip of him, because obviously Sundeel went down, right?
We'll get to that.
And he posted a clip, Britt. He was like, every time Seahawks center goes down, and then he just like picked up the phone and he was like, call me.
He looks good. He looks good.
Yeah. He does.
He obviously can't be the only pro football player who lost weight after.
Joe Thomas, Hall of Famer. Perfect example.
Yeah.
Look at him. There was also Breno Giacomini, who was their right tackle during the Super Bowl year, who I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, he led the league in penalties for like 3 straight years.
I could believe that. that.
Yeah.
And I don't think who I had in mind, Dan, is not from the right era, I don't think, by my memory, but they held on to him because he was versatile on the line and he could fill in a lot when there was injuries, but I felt like he was getting penalties all the time. George Fant. I was like, why?
Okay, I can defend Fant. Okay, I can defend him because in 2016, when Bradley Sowell was the left tackle, I was like, oh God, and then he goes down and then George Fant goes in to play left tackle.
Yes.
And I think it was against the Patriots where it was like, who's this kid? And that's against the suspension Patriots when Brady got suspended. The 2016 Patriots are like, who's this kid?
Yeah, but I felt like he got a lot of penalties, Fant, and they kept saying, "Oh, well, we hang on to him because he can play in any position on the line if he needs to fill in, or whatever."
Well, if he's got a penalty at left tackle and at right tackle, and then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's play a game. Let's play a fun game to play.
All right.
Name as many infuriating Seahawks offensive linemen during the Pete Carroll era as you can.
I don't know.
This is going to be great.
I don't know if I have the stamina for this. I don't know if I have the stamina.
Paul McQuiston was there for a bit. Let's see what we got here. I think I might nail this one. Not to boost my ego here.
And the only reason why they could get away with any of that was because Russell Wilson.
That was the joke I was going to make, because
could get himself out of trouble better than probably any quarterback I've seen.
That was the joke I was going to make, because literally the whole reason to why they didn't want to let Russ cook was because of that terrible offensive line.
Yeah.
They couldn't do it. And then when they made the Dwayne Brown trade, I was like, okay, that's a steep price to pay for a guy who's older and above average at left tackle. I was like,
yeah, but see, he was the other example I was going to bring up, because you gave up a lot for him, but it was clear he wasn't the player that he was.
No, he wasn't.
And then they're getting so desperate that they're bringing Jason Peters at like 40 years old out of retirement.
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Oh,
that's a name that we'd rather not, bring into existence either.
James Carpenter.
Yeah, James Carpenter. I was going to say he was not from Alabama, right?
I think we're going to piss Kevin off so bad. Let's see here.
How many offensive linemen from Alabama have there been? They got to the NFL and they disappeared.
Jonah Williams is another one.
Okay,
he disappeared from Bama. He was a good prospect from Alabama at the time. Let's see what we got here. Drew Nowak, who is the Seahawks center for their starting center in 2015. That's the game I was thinking of. It was Green Bay in the week 2 2015, where I was like, this line isn't good, guys. His line ain't good.
Was that the game where they got the phantom touchdown at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, that Monday night game?
No, it was Sunday night.
The
Sunday
Fail
night?
Mary?
Okay. One guy said it was incomplete. The other guy said it was a touchdown.
No, that was the Fail Mary game in 2012. This was when Cam Chancellor was holding out. This was when Cam was holding out.
Oh, okay. All right.
2015.
Yeah, I got the wrong.
Okay.
That 2012 game will be seared into my memory because
that's right.
Obviously, Golden Tate. But there is a quote that I do from that game to this day. I still
when Golden Tate.
The replacement refs. The replacement refs. They said they were trying to discuss a call, and the guy gets on mic, the replacement lead official, and he says whatever the call was, and then he closes it out, and he goes, "Good enough, first down." I still do that to this day.
God. Do you remember Gary Gilliam?
Yes. I remember the name. Yeah,
I'm gonna give Kevin an aneurysm. I can already see his reaction.
Let's just start saying random names now.
You might as well just talk about Gary Gilmore while you're at.
Mark Glowinski. No, these are real Seahawk offensive linemen that played for the team.
I do not remember Mark Lewinsky. I do not.
He was a Pro Bowler with the Colts. After he left Seattle, funny enough.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Coaching matters.
Maybe that's what I was getting ready to say. Maybe coaching matters just a little bit.
I think Sweezy won a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay. I'm not sure.
Sweezy, like you said, during his second, he redeemed himself. He came back. He did pretty good.
He redeemed himself. Funny enough, he did. Which was like, where were you for the first few years of your career here, huh? Oh, geez. I said Justin Britt already.
Yep.
Good God. Patrick Lewis. Texas A&M All-American.
That sounds like a guy that should be out there, searching through, the woods and, trying to discover, undiscovered countries.
It's like Grizzly Adams.
Yes.
Great show.
Wait, which name was it?
Patrick Lewis.
Oh, yeah. The search for the unknown with Patrick Lewis.
With Patrick Lewis,
and he's got his newly sharpened pocket knife, and he's like chopping down trees with it.
It's like the book, The Hatchet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Gary Olson, right? That's a great book.
Yes, there's a reference you haven't thought of in a while.
Oh yeah, that was a great elementary school read right there.
Yeah, there you go. Which was Kevin was 30 at the time.
Oh, geez.
Sorry. It was low-hanging fruit, Kevin. I'm sorry.
That wasn't very high off the ground, that's for sure.
Mrs. Wilson, don't yell at me. I'm sorry.
She took her glasses off and looked our way, so that's probably not.
He can joke with me too. It's fine. He does it too. But we do need to preview the Seahawks Showdown in Los Angeles.
We do.
But before we do that, lads, what do we know?
This show ain't free.
No.
Cue the music. This show ain't free, so time for some ads.
Righteous Felon Craft Jerky is the official jerky of Belly Up Sports. For over a decade, Righteous Felon Craft Jerky has led the American meat snack revolution by concocting delicious, adventurous, U.S.-sourced jerky recipes for uncompromising carnivores across the country. With 15 different flavors to choose from, Righteous Felon has all jerky lovers covered, and by using promo code BELLYUP, you will get 15% off your purchase at RighteousFelon.com. Do your taste buds a favor today and rip into a bag of Righteous Felon jerky.
That's right, peeps. Use the promo code BELLYUP in all caps for 15% off your order of various flavors of jerky at RighteousFelon.com. Thanks to our friends over Righteous Felon Beef Jerky for sponsoring this podcast and Belly Up Sports and Belly Up Media. Gentlemen, it is time. It is time for the early main event of the evening.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Week 11, a showdown in Los Angeles against the Rams. The Seahawks, who are also 7-2 along with the Rams, will go to Los Angeles to face the favorite to win the MVP, Matthew Stafford, and the
Current
Los
favorite. It might be different next week.
current favorite, sure, whatever you want to say. Stafford's the favorite right now, but even though they played a cakewalk schedule and a battered Houston team week 1, but anyway, that's my. I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm sorry.
Right? Yeah, we don't want. Yeah, we want to preview the game, not upset the audience.
Okay. If you need any proof that the MVP is a quarterback award,
It isn't.
It's true.
Yeah, you don't need any proof. You know,
Rich Gannon won MVP in 2002.
Hey, man. He was good with those Raider
Okay.
teams.
he was. And
Bad example, but like it was
No,
that was a bad example, but like okay, you know
I
what
mean,
I
I
mean.
was getting ready to shred them, though, as an organization for not changing any of the defensive language and/or schemes.
Yeah, that
from
game
what
was a
John- from
that was
what
a
John
rout
Gruden
of a
was
Super Bowl.
The
It
Bucs
was.
defense was calling the Raiders' offensive plays before they knew it was. They knew everything that was coming.
Yeah,
Bill
it was a
Callahan, that was the laziest coaching job.
I've ever seen.
It was crazy.
I've ever seen. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
yeah, there's no reason to reminisce about that.
Jeez.
I was in college for that game. It was a demolishing.
Yeah. Also, Aaron Rodgers won 2014 MVP when it should have been JJ Watt. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, JJ Watt was.
JJ got robbed. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, he did, and I just have to say this quick, as Kevin and I both avid fantasy players. Do you remember, Kevin, if you were in an IDP league and you drafted JJ Watt,
You won.
people were picking JJ Watt like with their top 10 picks. Because he was that good. He was that good.
Hall of
He-
Famer JJ
yeah.
Watt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Down the road.
Yeah, no question about that. And I have never had the pleasure of being in an IDP league,
Oh,
but I could
Really?
see. No, I've never done that. But I could see why that would be a top pick.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. So, how are your what are your thoughts so far on this game? Are you guys terrified, or am I the only one?
I'm terrified.
Kevin,
I'm not terrified. I'm jazzed. I'm ready for this game.
I'm pumped
and
but terrified.
And there's a lot of things about this game that if you're a Seahawk guy, which of course we are, there are lots of things. Yeah, right. Given the name of the show and all that. Right.
That direction up there.
And there's a lot of things that because the Rams are a quality football team, we know this.
Yes.
And but I'm not going to let that get in the way of enjoying this game unless it starts, going the wrong direction early on.
Yeah.
And I'm confident that's not going to happen.
So, with that being said, what a segue, Kevin.
Yeah.
Your favorite segment of this Seahawks season, Kevin's keys to the game. What do you got for us, my friend?
Okay, so the first key, and this is one of the more interesting stats that I saw this week, and that is that the Seahawks are number one in the entire NFL at defending the other team's wide receiver one. Number one.
Really?
Number one. So that means Puka Nacua
Mm-hmm.
might be in for a rough game. And that was what I was going to get into. Devontae Adams step forward, but he may not.
Yes. Devontae
He's on
Adams
the
is
injured-
questionable.
He's questionable. So if he doesn't play, that is a huge loss for the Rams.
Yes.
Right
Massive loss.
Massive loss. Who's going to step up wide receiver 3? I don't even know who that is.
I think it's Tutu Atwell.
Yes, I think you are right,
I
Dan.
think
Okay.
it's Tutu Atwell or Jordan Whittington. I'm not 100% sure.
Either or. Okay. So, and it's good. This is a battle wide receiver. So on the other hand, even though the Rams got a great defense, they are number 27 when defending the other team's wide receiver one. So that means JSN, get ready to get crazy.
Feast,
So-
young Padawan.
Yes, right. So whichever wide receiver out of those two guys, whoever's having the better game is going to be a clear indication of how this game is going to me.
Agreed.
Okay. And the second one is, as you just mentioned, Matthew Stafford, he's throwing like 5 touchdowns every game now.
Yeah.
And he's currently the MVP front runner. You've got to limit him in this game. So you've got to keep him under wraps. And then the third thing is don't fumble the ball 4 times.
Yeah, they've been fumbling a lot.
Yeah,
And they
Seahawks
fumbled the
have
ball 4 times against the Cardinals and lost 2 of them.
Granted, it was in the second half entirely, but still.
Right, but that's when we were starting to get
Nervous.
we starting to hyperventilate just a little bit here
Yeah.
because they were letting them maybe back in the game just a little bit. But the key to this is, though, because they turned the ball over 3 times in that game. If they turn the ball over 3 times against the Rams, it's going to go south for the
Real
Seahawks.
fast.
Yeah.
Real
Of
fast.
course.
And
the-
the Seahawks are negative in the turnover ratio. I've talked about that before because they don't get a lot of interceptions. They keep the other team, under checked, but they're negative as far as their turnover ratio. This cannot happen in this game.
Which, in hindsight, being what it is, they're stopping the opposing offenses.
Yeah.
They are.
Any chance they get.
They are. Yeah.
And they are. And so that's one of the key game of this game. Please don't turn the ball over.
We must also mention that Ernest Jones, who was out last week, and
That's
so
right.
was Josh Jobe, who was out last week, both of them are playing.
Okay. Both are in. Okay.
Both
Yeah.
are in. Leonard Williams is also in. He had a
Mhm.
wrist issue. The big one that we haven't talked about yet is our first-round pick, Gray Zabel.
I saw that today. I was rather concerned.
He's had limited participation with a
When I
heel
saw
issue
that.
right now.
Yeah.
But the bright side is Christian Haynes is back full time.
Okay.
That's
So there's
great, but he's not Gray Zabel.
no,
Let's
he's
not
not
get
Gray
it, though.
Zabel. That's the other thing because you might need. I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe they'll inject a cortisone shot in his heel and get him to run some sprints here and there. But you can't lose him.
No, not
He's
for
been
this game.
so good
No,
Not for
no
this game.
sacks to this point still.
to this point. Yes, which if he were to give up a sack in this game, I'd be like, okay, fine. He's
Yeah.
playing hurt,
Yeah.
no big deal. But also the other thing, Jalen Sundell is also out for this game.
Yeah.
Which we know
There's-
that. We knew that going into the week, pretty much.
Which is
So,
like, take it with a grain of salt because he has not been great this year. And when he went down with the knee injury and Olu Oluwatimi went in
Yeah.
for him, you saw the immediate difference.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. That was when the running game finally started to open up a little bit, and we didn't know if there was a correlation there.
Yeah, at the postgame show. Yeah.
Yep.
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 It was
Sure
like,
did.
it was like, really? Come on, coaching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or he's talent.
Yeah. Could be
Point.
that. Could be.
Could
that.
be. Could be. You never know. Oh, boy. Also, Cooper Kupp is back and Torrey Horton is out.
Yeah, the Torrey Horton. I'd be a little bit more concerned about the Torrey Horton being out because he was starting to.
He's got 6 TDs.
Yeah. Prior to
And like 15 catches.
Right. It's unbelievable the amount of TD ratio this guy has.
Yeah. I mean,
Crazy.
it would be a massive loss were it not for the Rashid Shaheed trade. I think that helps us out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because now,
I agree
Now-
that 100 times over.
yeah. So,
Agreed.
But the thing that I'm worried about, I got to get both of your thoughts on this because you guys are both football experts, I would say. So
I don't know about experts. I mean,
yeah.
Kevin's
You
the
just-
expert here.
Yeah, but you just rambled off the Seahawks 2015 offensive line. So I don't.
Yeah,
that's
gotta- so-
Yeah,
Hey,
so
listen,
you're unmasked, mister. So
In
Yeah.
my defense, the autism has its benefits.
It
But anyway.
does. It does. You got to use what you got.
that's right.
Autism powers.
But I feel that if I
Hey,
may
John.
be so bold, hey John, how's it going? If I may be so bold, though, I would add another key to the game, even though my name's not Kevin, you got to figure out a way, because the Seahawks, especially in the game against Arizona, they scored quick. They scored very quick. If you do that against the Rams, it's not going to help you, because the Rams are the type of team that can respond. They can go back and forth. So the Seahawks offensively have to sustain long drives. They have to get the run. They have to get the running game going. They have to control the clock, because if they do these quick hit things against the Rams, and then the defense keeps having to go on the field simply because the Seahawks are scoring fast, I want long drives, because I think, and this is no disrespect to the job that Kubiak has done, but McVay's the superior offensive coach.
Correct.
You need to. I'm looking forward to the chess match between the two coaches, between McDonald's defense, McVay's offense, because I would give, and the Rams fans are going to come for me on this one, but I don't care. I would give the slight edge to the Rams offense, but I would give the edge to the Seahawks defense.
Correct.
They're both good, but I think the longer you can keep the Rams offense off the field by using your own offense to sustain drives, that's another route to the win. Because if you try to go quick score with the Rams, they can score with anybody.
They can. I will also add that if you're going to do anything defensively and change anything up, send everyone.
Oh, yeah.
You have to. You might not have a choice but to blitz like a psycho.
Yeah. To rattle Stafford, get him going, yeah.
Because we're not even also mentioning the fact that the Rams have like 4 tight ends on their roster they can block and catch.
Yes, and that's why I was going to say, that's why I don't think that if Devontae Adams doesn't play, it would be a big blow for them. But Kevin pointed it out in week 1, and it pointed it out, the defense, the Seahawks defense, the one area where they can be had, tight end. We saw it with Trey McBride. And if you think that Sean McVay is not going to capitalize on that, you are sorely mistaken. So the Rams tight ends could be big in this game.
Big time. But Josh Joe being in
helps a lot. Helps. No question.
Helps a lot.
Yeah.
He's the number 1 corner.
Right.
And
as I just mentioned, they're shutting down teams' wide receiver ones, and he has not been a part of that.
Yeah.
And so if you could, pass that down just a little bit to the wide receiver twos as well, then we really are cooking with gas right now.
Yep. We're also not mentioning the fact that they are also going to be without Jaron Reed, who's on injured reserve, with a wrist surgery. Julian Love's been out, so they're essentially playing with 80% of their defense. But the bright side is that they're doing it with a next man up mentality.
Yes.
Right. Ty Okada has played great.
Yes, he has.
Which is like, you talk about punching bag of Seahawks Twitter. There was a point where Ty Okada was getting benched. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like people were calling for Ty Okada to be benched. I'm like, why? He's the backup safety to Julian Love, and Kobe Bryant has played well too, so there's that. Mm-hmm. And then they have to get pressure on Stafford. They got to.
Yeah.
I think that they can.
Mm-hmm. That offensive line of the Rams, let's be honest here. The Seahawks offensive line is better than the Rams.
Yeah, I would give it For once, I get to see the Seahawks.
For once in what feels like 20 years.
Yeah, I would say, but what do you both think? And we'll let Kevin get back. He gave his keys, but we're giving him the opportunity for more keys. But what do you think, Kyren Williams here? What do you think? Because Kyren,
shut him down.
Shut him down. Yeah, and the reason why he's not a key to me, because the Seahawks defense is number 3.
Yep.
Against the run.
Yep. Big time.
Okay.
And so I think he's a great player, no question.
Yeah.
But they can handle him. And if they don't, then that causes some problems we haven't gotten to yet. But I think they can keep him under control. And one of the interesting things, Dustin, you talk about keeping the ball, because yesterday in that game, the Jets in their first, they had the ball for like 17 plays and went down and scored first and led 7-0. Of course, it didn't matter because they're the Jets. But if the Seahawks can do something like that and then turn the ball over to the Rams and there's 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter, they're well on their way.
Yeah.
So you hate to sit there and say patting yourself after the Jets, but that's one example right there where I think they would be much ahead of the game if they hold on to the ball and still score, though.
Yes.
Not get down to the 27-yard line, then peter out and then have to kick a field goal.
Yeah, field goals aren't going to cut it. Not against the Rams.
Oh, yeah.
Not against the Rams, and I would
Not
argue
against the Rams.
The Rams, this game is going to be the toughest test of the season, and then you got the Colts. You got the Colts, I think, in a couple weeks, right? So those are going to be the two toughest tests, and this is the meat of the schedule right here.
Right here, because they're both 7-2. They're both tied for first. If they lose this game, that's the second divisional loss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the Rams are in first place with the game in hand. They still have to go to Seattle later. But if you can come out of this game with a win, you are sitting really nice.
We're not even discussing the elephant in the room in this whole thing. The Seahawks are undefeated on the road.
That's right.
Yeah. 11-1 under Mike McDonald.
11-1, 4-0 this year, and the Rams do have a home loss.
Where is and this game is in Los Angeles, which, say what you want, is not a home field advantage for the Rams.
I can understand why it's not for the Chargers, because no one in Los Angeles gives a rat's rear end about the Chargers.
Yeah,
even though they've got a decent team, they got a good team of their own.
Yeah,
but the Rams have been around LA since what? I don't know, 70s, except for St. Louis,
give or take. Yeah,
yeah. So
pre St. Louis.
If the Rams and they won a Super Bowl can't get a home field advantage, then all hope is lost to me.
Yeah. This game will be this will be a bloodbath. I can't wait. I cannot wait for this game, guys.
And I think it's going to be a low scoring, even though these are two offensive teams. It's going to be one of those back and forth, and it's 17-13 with 3 minutes to play, and we'll see what happens.
Kevin, what's your score prediction for the game?
I'm going to. I know that not all, but a lot of the pundits out there have the Rams winning this game. And the Rams are, in fact, a 3.5-point favorite.
Yep.
Which, okay, they're at home. But I'm going to say that the Seahawks are going to win this game 20-17.
I heard her. I heard Mrs. Wilson just like, yay. That was awesome. Dustin, who do you got?
Okay. The first thing that came to my mind, people are going to call me a homer. I am usually the pessimist on this show.
You are.
But I am saying the Seahawks win this one 27-23.
A little bit more points than I have, but I'll take it.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Seahawks win in overtime.
Oh, OT. Okay.
20-17.
Okay, you and Kev got the same score. All right. I mean, this to me is the hardest game to pick because
absolutely, yeah,
it is.
You start going position by position. I give the Rams the edge at running back. I give the Rams the edge at quarterback. I give the Seahawks the edge at receiver. I didn't think I'd be saying that when you got Puka Nacua on the team, but we got Jackson JSN. We got JSN. So
you might even give the Seahawks the edge at offensive line too.
Oh yeah, right. I do give the Seahawks the edge at offensive line. I give the Seahawks the edge defensively. But
it's close.
We got a blowout. We got a blowout comment.
Oh man!
John enters the room and says 30-20 Seahawks take it in Los Angeles. I'm like, wow.
Oh man, I would.
Okay,
you're confident, John.
Yeah.
Also, Ryan is here.
Yes,
Ryan,
Ryan.
bring it.
Tea bags. I hope you get drunk off the salty Ram fans' tears on Sunday night. I bet they taste salty.
I love Ryan's energy, and Ryan's usually not like this. But if you watch No Credentials Required enough,
Which you should if you're not.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Or if you watch Just Endure the Suffering, his Jet show, or if you listen to the myriad of other shows that he's done over the years, Ryan has a not so silent vendetta against a vocal Ram fan. He has called out Rams fans before.
Do tell who this fan is.
I no, it's not one fan. He just says
Just Rams fandom.
I might know who it is.
No, I don't know.
Does he begin with the letter J, as in Jake?
I don't know, but he said, man, the degree the Rams fans, and it was a specific game, I think, that brought it out of him. And he was saying that the Rams fans were blaming officiating and they were angry that
was it the Jets loss?
I don't know if it was, but then he was saying, they if Stafford's not considered like the greatest quarterback ever, then the Rams fans get touchy. He was saying it. He was saying it.
Okay, I can defend Ram fans a little bit to a point. Because people forget they had to endure with Jeff Fisher.
They did. Mr. 8-8 himself.
Okay, but that's
Mr. 7-9. To be honest,
that's fair, but how many people besides us even remember that guy?
Yeah.
Besides us.
Okay.
Pepperidge Farm also remembers, I think.
I would use
Tennessee
to piss
fans.
I used to piss off Jack all the time, be like, hey, Jack, you had to deal with Jeff Fisher, so please be quiet. I'm like, let's also be real here.
Jeff Fisher shuts down a whole host of conversation.
That's a good point.
My most despised Rams coach, okay, I could not stand this guy.
Was it Spags?
No, it wasn't Steve Spagnuolo because it didn't go well for him.
Ooh, I might know who it is.
Okay, I'll give you one massive hint and you're going to figure it out. He was an offensive coordinator.
Mike Martz.
That's right. I could not stand Mike Martz when he took over. Like Dick Vermeil was likable. But then when Mike Martz took over, he was smarmy and I couldn't stand him.
Mike Martz is also the offensive coordinator for the Bears. And Rex Grossman.
I had forgotten about
that. Was his quarterback.
That takes any credibility away from you if you're the Rams or the Bears offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Anytime over the last 30 years.
Yeah. Let me Google this actually real quick. Give me a second.
Yeah, although I will say I am surprised. Ben Johnson's got that Bears team playing a little bit.
He does.
I am surprised. So but they kind of have, though. I will say, just as an aside, the Bears kind of feel like the New York Giants to me, where they can blow leads with the best of them. They can't finish the games, or for that matter, the Arizona Cardinals. Because somebody, I think it was Field Yates of ESPN. He's one of the guys I like over there. He had a stat: the Cardinals have led in games late more than the Chiefs have. They just can't finish them. They can't, especially with Kyler Murray in there.
Well, that's true. They lost 5 games, all of them by less than, 5 points?
Something like that, yeah. By the way, fact checked. Thanks, Wikipedia. He was the Chicago Bears offensive coordinator from 2010 to 2011 with Smoking Jay Cutler. That's even funnier.
Jay Cutler always looked mad.
He looked depressed.
Yeah. Wasn't it because of who he was married to?
I mean, I'm not here to throw shade at Kristen Cavallari, Kevin.
Let's also be real here. Kristen Cavallari is.
Hey,
you know what? I'll keep my mouth shut.
Kristen,
okay. I'm just asking the question.
Kristen,
I'm not giving the response. I'm just putting the question out to the universe.
Yeah, Chris, if you're watching us, subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, hit the bell.
And, if you want to give your side of the story, we're open for it.
Also, maybe follow me on Instagram. Maybe give me a DM.
Well done. Well done, Dustin. Speaking of, we got your jukebox to go, kid, and then
yeah.
we got time to Q&A to close out the show.
Okay.
So before we hit the time to Q&A and Dusty's jukebox, what do we know the great rule of this program?
It's not free.
Cue the music. This show ain't free, so time for some ads.
Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Belly Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
That's right, peeps. Use the promo code BellyUpSports. Okay. Well, Dustin's frozen.
Oh, man. SeatGeek. I've used them before for some local hockey games. You can get great prices. There you
are. Dustin was frozen for a good bit. For a good
oh,
2 minutes.
Oh, man. You were frozen on my end. So the ad cut away, and I just see you leaning back, looking down at your phone. So I was like, I got to fill some space.
Anyway,
I didn't realize I was frozen.
It might be our internet connections. Anyway, use the promo code BellyUpSports in all caps. Good $20 off first purchase. SeatGeek.com or the SeatGeek app. You know the deal. Thanks to them for sponsoring this podcast and stuff.
Yeah.
Cue the music. All right. Welcome back to Dustin's Jukebox. We got tunes and stuff from good old Dustin Henry. What do you got for us, Dustin?
All right. Well, if you remember, and John probably remembers because he was watching last week, Kevin and I and Dan, we were talking about music after Dustin's Jukebox, and we got, Kevin was talking about that he didn't like music past, I think it was the 80s. I think it was past
89 to be specific.
Okay, past 89. Yep. You didn't like it past 89. And I said, all right, Kevin, I'm going to pick a song to try to convert you a little bit. Maybe,
That's right. That's right. You did.
A little bit of exposure therapy, and I'm going that route.
Okay.
And also, it is fitting because our beloved Seahawks are playing against the Rams. And what songs do they always play? They've updated it a little bit. Dan. But what songs do they always play when they cut to commercial in Seattle? Nationally, they always do. Starts with a G. And it was grunge. In the 90s. That's right. They always do grunge. And so that's the area I'm going. I said I was going to pick one of 3 bands, if you remember last week. Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, or Pearl Jam. And I deliberated, and I went into my beautiful mind, the Russell Crowe type stuff that I got going on in here, if you've seen that film. And I said, what one is closest to Kevin's wheelhouse? And I ended on one song, and I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm picking Pearl Jam, and I am picking the song Even Flow off of 10, because Even Flow, it's a rockin' tune, but it's not like fully grungy. I'm not picking Alice in Chains Wood here, even though I love that song. I don't think that would work for Kevin. And Even Flow is one of the songs that I heard first and on 10, and it just knocked my socks off. So I'm hoping.
Okay, I got it written down.
Okay, all right.
So I will experiment.
All right. But that's my pick this week for Dustin's Jukebox.
Okay.
All right. And
just there, it's written down.
All right.
So.
And if you don't like it, I won't be offended. It was just a try. I debated between a couple other Pearl Jam songs. I was like, maybe I do Daughter, maybe I do Elderly Woman Behind the Counter, maybe I do song. Maybe I do. I didn't know what to do, Dan. I thought about Black, I thought about Porch. I was going, but I think I landed on Even Flow.
Have you heard of Release?
Yeah.
Great song. Great. That's even better live. Live.
Yeah.
Fantastic live. All right. So we have our next segment of the program before we close up shop. Time to Q&A, ladies and gentlemen. We hit your questions, debates, and comments. We'll take them throughout the show. If you're joining in live, ask some questions. We'll be sure to get to them as much as we can. But we also got some stuff to talk about here and there. There we are. Our first segment here, our first question here on Time to Q&A. Are the Patriots back?
Yes.
Yeah. I Drake May's legit.
Drake May is legit. They beat the team that beat the Seahawks for one.
Yeah.
And they've got a less than difficult schedule upcoming, and they're going to win their division.
Yeah.
It's hard to say that with Buffalo, but they already beat Buffalo once on the road.
They did.
So they are legitimate. Now, once you get to the playoff, that's a whole different animal altogether. But they're going to playoffs, so that means that they are back. No question.
Big time. Dustin?
I think they're back, and I think as much as I feel, I will always say Gerard Mayo got a raw deal there last year.
Yep,
I agree, 100%.
They didn't give him a chance to do anything. They didn't put anything around him because they wanted Vrabel there.
It
but
was
Vrabel.
I may interrupt if I may interrupt you on that.
You may.
I think Belichick wanted Mayo to be a successor because he knew Vrabel was going to dethrone everything he did in terms of building his culture, and being a military type practice that Belichick ran with New England.
Yeah.
Vrabel is going to come in and do the complete opposite of that and make it a football practice, which Vrabel's doing.
Which
he's doing it right now. And they're doing great.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Mike Vrabel's a great coach. I was surprised he didn't. I thought he should have been considered to be the Seahawks head coach. I mean, he
was.
I'm glad that it didn't go that way because Mike McDonald has proven to be early in his career a great coach. But Mike Vrabel has done a lot. But the difference is they went out and they got some free agent talent, which say what you want about Stephon Diggs. He's shown up the last couple of games for that. And Drake,
it took a while for that to get going.
Yep.
But it's going now.
Yeah. And as you both have said, they hit on Drake May. I don't think there's any question.
Drake May can sling it.
Yes. And he may be the best of that draft class.
The only question I have about the Patriots is why did it take so long for them to finally give the football to Travion Henderson?
I have a better question here. Why is it that the New York Jets for 15 years have been through disaster after disaster after disaster, head coach after quarterback after head coach after quarterback? There we go. Better. Much better, Dustin.
All right.
Yeah, Dustin was on tape delay for watching on YouTube. He was on weird tape delay.
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't seeing it on my end, so I didn't know, but I tried to refresh, and hopefully it's better for the rest of the show.
Much better. But much better, Dustin. In-show production. In-show audio production. There we are. My question was here, why is it that the New York Jets, for 15 years, have been through a rebuild?
Well, you can go back longer than that, really.
Okay, 25 years.
40.
25 years plus. Okay, sure. 40 years. They've been through a rebuild, a perpetual rebuild.
Ever since, you had a guy that was running off the field doing this. That was 68 or something?
68, yes.
69, I think.
Somewhere in there.
Namath.
Yeah.
Namath, but nice. But I will say, I would be remiss as the co-host of No Credentials Required if I did not mention the Jets were decent in 2010-ish.
Right.
They had that run.
Yeah.
They had that run. But other than that, Kevin, you are 100% right. They haven't had much.
Yeah, and the Patriots had 2 years, 3 years of play. And now look at them. They're one of the powerhouses in the AFC again.
Yeah.
Again, but the difference here between Belichick's Patriots and this one's likable.
This one is, you hit on the word.
They're likable.
Because there was nothing really likable about the old Patriots team.
Nothing. All right.
Other than the fact that they would win if you're a fan of the Patriots.
Correct. Next question here. Do the Cardinals continue to roll with Jacoby Brissett
Yes.
from this year and going forward?
Oh, going forward? No.
Yeah.
His tone just changed.
No, I
No.
agree.
There's a reason why this guy's I've said this, you can say it about 10, 15 guys. They're backups for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And the more they play, and they're not playing the Dallas Cowboys every week,
Yeah.
you get exposed, which is exactly what happened last week.
Yeah. And I mean, he's proven over time. I agree with Kevin. I'm in lockstep with him on this one because Jacoby Brissett as a stopgap is perfect. He's what you want. He's what you want because he's had moments where he's played well for the Patriots. He's played well for the Colts.
Yes.
He's played well for the Cardinals. And I believe, was he the starter for the Browns for a little bit? But
Yeah, he was.
Nothing went right that Browns
Well,
year. But
that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
A whole different train wreck.
But
there.
I mean, he can keep your season on track for about 7 games. You ask him to play 7 games, he's going to do all right. You start to get beyond that, you're going to have a little bit of trouble. So he's not their long-term answer.
No.
Murray won't be there.
No, Murray's taken his last snap as a Cardinal.
Yeah, he has. Kyler Murray has. Now, Kevin, which brings us to Kevin here and his college football knowledge.
Okay.
Who's the top quarterback prospect in this year's draft class?
Because
my money's on Ty Simpson from Alabama.
You might kick that over to Vince because he's got a whole
series where's Vince when you need him?
going on with that. And it's been not great this year, but I'm still looking at Cade Klubnik of Clemson.
Okay.
I don't have the Homer alert button.
Well, that's I would have definitely would have got hit up with that if I was on the No Credentials Required show.
Yeah.
But the game started a little while ago, and it's unfortunate it took until what was it, November 1st. He's one of the he's got like one of the highest rated quarterbacks going in college football.
Yep.
Was
and
not
it's so hard to evaluate
he was hurt before that too.
Yeah.
But he's certainly not coming out of college like the 2 guys before him. But maybe that's a good thing.
Ooh, we have an interesting comment. From our friend John. Kevin, how's the Rams special teams this year? Where are their rankings?
Okay,
there's one right here. Google says the Rams don't have a good special teams this year, according to our friend John.
Because we know that the Seahawks, when we last looked at that, was number 3.
Oh,
very good.
Okay, so hold on.
Dan, while Kevin's looking that up, I have a question that's kind of related to this question. I have heard, I don't have the college football knowledge, but I have heard that this college draft class is not that great. If you're the Cardinals,
that's right. It is.
I can defend it for a little bit because last year's class was not good. It was Cam Ward and like 2 other guys, and that was it.
Yeah.
This year is a little better because there are 2 guys that have since come out of absolute nowhere. From Indiana, Fernando Mendoza, who I saw firsthand against Penn State. He played great. And then for some reason, Alabama has become a quarterback school now, which is weird because Ty Simpson can sling it. That kid can sling it. And he looks like when Mac Jones was there, I thought he was Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Ty Simpson's Mac Jones before him. Like the similarities are shockingly there. And it's hard to evaluate quarterbacks because we've seen situations like Josh Rosen where he was the Heisman frontrunner. At one point with UCLA. And then all of a sudden turned into a pumpkin with the Cardinals. Yes. Now, that could have been
coaching.
Has he gotten in the way of the dinosaur?
I don't know. Yeah, he all of a sudden I didn't see him anymore. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, you're back.
my mouse has a weird button, as a side button, as a back button. It's so weird.
Oh yeah, okay.
Anyway.
Because I wanted, okay, so you were talking and we were talking that it could be coaching and it could have been, other factors. Because I'm kind of thinking that you could, if I'm the Cardinals, and I don't know who else fits this bill, because I don't think they do it in the division.
Kirk
But I would
Cousins.
say you take if you're the Cardinals, I would hold out for next year's draft class, and I would the year after this coming draft class, and I would contact the 49ers. If Brock Purdy comes back and plays well, who does that leave out in the cold? Mac Jones. If I'm the Arizona
would do it
Cardinals,
this year.
I contact the Niners and I say, what do you want for Jones? Bring Mac Jones in. He's the starter. He's the stopgap and possibly more. And then you draft the quarterback of the future in the class after that, which is supposed to be the better one.
That's the same advice that Vince gave for the
man.
New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
which
right.
we'll get to the Saints later, but we also have a
Okay,
comment.
so
that
to
says,
answer the question that was asked of me, the Seahawks rank 5th in special teams,
Okay.
and the Rams rank 8th.
what?
Oh, wow. 8th. Okay.
So
They're still in the top 10.
there's no clear advantage wherever you look at this. Because like I said, when you look at this on defense, Seahawks are 6th in the NFL in points allowed. The Rams are 2nd. When you look at the offense, the Seahawks are 3rd. Rams are 5th.
Oh,
so,
boy.
So this is one of the titanic clashes that, you look for. You don't even have to be a Seahawk or a Rams fan to enjoy this game.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's going to be good.
We also have a comment here from Football Talk on YouTube. We really need a right guard to take over. Bradford's played better.
We have discussed this. We have discussed Anthony Bradford in length since preseason.
Oh, yeah.
Dan, you've been on it with Bradford.
I have.
You've been on it with him.
I have. Next question.
Okay, go ahead.
What do we do? What to do with AJ Brown?
Oh, man.
Dustin's been wanting to talk about this. Both of you have been.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Kevin, start off first because
so
talk about this.
Well, first of all, all you have to do is say the man's a wide receiver.
Yeah, that's
And that explains everything. Okay, and just the fact that he's criticizing the Eagles' offense, and he's absolutely 100% correct in his assessment because they have not been good.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not criticizing them because they're not been good. He's criticizing that because no matter what he's said or done, or they just not getting him the ball enough for him.
correct.
They could be scoring 36 points a game, and he would be unhappy because they're not getting him the ball enough.
Yeah.
So don't let the fact that he's correct about the Eagles' offense overshadow the fact he's just saying that because he's not getting the ball as much as he should. And I think that he should just, shut it. Right? Because the team, even though their offense has not been playing well, is still first place in their division. They're still the Super Bowl defending champions. He needs to get with the program and just play ball.
Yeah.
Here's another bad offensive lineman, Stone Forsythe. Anyway.
Oh, no.
Speaking of continue, Dustin. Sorry, I got off track.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I will keep this quick, but the reason I wanted to talk about it, I was just blown away. He's Twitch streaming, right? Which I just did this past weekend for a good cause. He is Twitch streaming and he is being very open and he is playing Madden. He's throwing the ball to himself. He's saying, "Oh, let's get this guy involved." Somebody asked him a question about it. He said everything outside of my personal life is expletive. He said it's a mess. And he was being I don't know if you're the Eagles, I don't know how you can hold on to him. The thing is, because as Kevin pointed out, they're still winning. They're still winning in spite of the fact that he's not involved. I saw something earlier this year. He was wearing Titans cleats to a game, his old team. He Brown
Well,
is
if you're an Eagle and you're wearing Titan cleats, that's a special sickness that needs to be looked into immediately.
Yeah, this is bad. This is not, but here's the thing. If they win the Super Bowl, does it cure all? Does he decide to come back?
Because
I
they
don't
won
think
the
so.
Super Bowl and it didn't.
Yeah, it did. I mean, slightly, I can understand. Okay, I can understand. He only had 3 targets the last game, I believe. So I can understand.
They only scored 10 points the whole game.
Yep. And I can understand his frustration, but here's the thing. You can't go on Twitch talking about that in front of people.
That's bad.
And you can't, because it's going to get picked up. I mean, maybe that was his whole design. And then what makes it worse is he didn't apologize for it. When they asked him about it this week, because it invariably got picked up, he said, I'm not sorry for it. I meant what I said.
Wow.
He doubled down.
Where's Krusty the Clown when you need him?
What the hell is that?
Literally. Literally. That made Kevin laugh.
Yeah.
There's certain things in life that you just have to appreciate.
Oh, yeah. Krusty the Clown is an artist in his own right.
That's right.
You ready, kids? Anyway. Speaking of linemen, could Gray Zabel actually win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Because who else is there?
Yeah.
He deserves it. No question. But when it comes to offensive linemen,
screw it.
Yeah.
I say screw it. Yes, he'll win it.
Dustin?
I don't think he will. He's done enough to deserve it, in my opinion. But I think what they'll do, they'll give it. There's 2 people that I think they'll give it to.
Shador Sanders.
Oh yes, he's number 1 on the list. No. they'll give it to Emeka Egbuka, or if he plays well after Brian Dable's departure, they will give it to Jackson Dart.
He has to get on the field.
I forgot about Egbuka.
Yeah. I just don't think Gray could have the greatest season ever, and it's because offensive line is not a flashy position.
Yeah. I'm a wide receiver. I like to catch balls.
Yeah. Now, this is no disrespect to what Egbuka's done. He's been good.
No, and he's been good. He's been a savior down there.
Thank God.
For Tampa, because their offensive receivers have been decimated.
Yeah, Evans is out. Godwin's out.
Evans is out, and so where would they be? And they wouldn't have beat the Seahawks. We can talk about earlier if he wasn't on the team.
Yeah.
So,
good point. Good point. Oh, they had Zabel mic'd up this week. Yeah, he did against Calais Campbell. That's a guy who I want to talk to is Calais Campbell.
Yeah, Calais Campbell was very complimentary of Gray as well.
He seems like such a teddy bear.
He does.
A gentle giant.
Yeah, so if you're praising the Seahawks in public, you definitely can come on this show.
You guys ready for BS of the week?
Ready.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. Cue the music. This week's edition of BS of the Week, we go to the Bayou, to Gail Benson and the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, man.
Now you may be wondering to yourself, why?
I am.
Why?
Please tell us.
We need to go to our friends on Twitter to find this, because this is great. This is just wonderful. This is just wonderful.
Man, I thought when I suggested A.J. Brown for BS of the Week, I thought there was nothing that was going to beat it. So I'll be excited to find out what this is.
That's right.
Where is it? I had it somewhere. Football News Today. So we go to our friends over at NFL.com, where Saints owner Gail Benson says, and I quote, "It'd be absolutely ridiculous for me to even consider firing longtime general manager Mickey Loomis."
How? All right, I stand
How?
corrected. I stand corrected. This is better for BS of the week.
How? How?
By what metric are we using here?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is
It's certainly not
insane.
recent.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I found it. Saints owner Gail Benson. Ridiculous to even consider firing longtime general manager Mickey Loomis. Despite the Saints' struggles over the first 10 games of the 2025 season, Saints owner Gail Benson has zero plans to moving on from general manager. For God's sakes. He's got pictures on her.
He does.
He's got to.
That whole statement was ridiculous. They struggled in 2025. They struggled last year. Remember, at the first 2 games, they absolutely blew the doors off.
Yes.
Of teams, including the Cowboys here, and then went straight in the can.
It gets even better.
Great.
It gets even better. It may not be what Saints fans want to hear, but as far as firing Mickey Loomis goes, that's ridiculous. Benson told Jeff Duncan of the Times of the New Orleans Times, he does a great job.
Oh man.
What? Parking cars?
I mean,
where is it?
Done.
If anybody deserves credit for the Saints right now, it's Kellen
Mickey.
Moore. It's Kellen Moore because he has them at least playing hard. But
Right.
I mean, Mickey Loomis.
And we saw that when they played the Seahawks.
Okay, in the defensive Mickey, he did give the Saints a Super Bowl.
He did, but
Their only
like
Super
78
Bowl.
years ago now.
It's 2006, right?
2009.
9.
Right
okay.
after
Jesus.
Katrina, and that gives he's
Sure.
used up all that good karma now.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think and not to get crazy, but I mean, it's not like he assembled. Yeah, he hit on Kamara and he hit on some
Cooks,
guys, but
Olave.
Brandon Cooks, Chris Olave, yes. And they have some defensive stars down there. So he's hit on some picks, but the stars are aging down there.
And the team is terrible.
Yes, and
Right.
I would say they would be even worse were they not in the NFC South, because there's
Correct.
been a lot of years where the NFC South was a terrible division, just
Yes.
all around. So I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't get it either.
This is one of the great mysteries of my football life.
Yeah.
Because I loved that Saints team. I love the Drew Brees led Saints from
How could you hate Drew Brees?
How? How could you hate
It's
Drew
just
Brees
not
and the Saints?
possible. Especially because they took a huge chance on Drew Brees.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, they
Because
did.
But not
remember,
even that.
Miami was talking to him, but they were worried about his, past and injuries and everything else.
Thanks, Nick Saban.
Yeah.
And so he goes to New Orleans and throws, for 7,000 yards a year or whatever it was, and led
He
him to a
was the
Super
Saints.
Bowl
Yeah.
victory. And this is the team, you got to remember, they're the original bag on your head team.
Oh,
the-
yeah.
The
The
Aints.
Aints.
The
Yeah,
Aints.
Dan. Jinx, I owe you a Coke, Dan.
And
Got one.
and they had he's a grandfather now, but they had a quarterback who was one of the more talented quarterbacks ever, and he
Archie.
got busted in half
Archie.
yeah.
Archie
down
Manning. Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And so
Should be a Hall of
this
Famer,
team's
by the
got
way.
one Super Bowl to hang their hat on, but they've got nothing else to sit there and admire.
It's not
Yeah.
even just that. It's, oh my God. It was, I remember 2009 where not only the Saints were undefeated, 13-0,
Yeah.
but the Colts were too.
Yes. those
Both
Colts
of them were
teams.
undefeated at the same time. And the narrative that was coming out was like, they're on a collision course for the Super Bowl. They're on a collision course, and sure enough, they did.
They did.
And that Saints team was so much fun to watch. I remember watching that Monday night game in New Orleans when they destroyed the Patriots.
Yeah,
And I mean, crushed them. And that was the peak of their powers in 2009. The peak of the Patriots empire. in 2009.
And how could you remember how they won that Super Bowl?
Tracy Porter.
Well, that too, but they came out at halftime and ran
kick.
The
an onside kick.
ballsiest call I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He said, you know what? I'm going to start the game with an onside kick. Who does that today?
Yeah, I mean, I have had my issues with Sean Payton, but you got to respect that.
He's got balls.
Yes.
He
And,
walks around like Randy Marsh. Buffalo
Bouncing around.
Soldier in the heart of America.
So, we're talking about high points of the Saints, but that's 5 minutes and you're done.
Yeah, it's like Mickey Loomis. I don't wish for anyone to get fired.
No.
But
that's why these people have contracts, and you don't feel bad for a single one of these guys.
Mickey Loomis,
not one.
Mickey Loomis should have been canned 5 years ago.
Yeah.
At least. And the only reason he's still here is because Tom Benson isn't. His widow is Gail. And it sucks to say, but he's not going anywhere unless, Saints season ticket holders just decide to say, screw it. And those fans are loyal down there.
Well,
yeah,
that's questionable at best because, of course, I'm in Dallas. And the Cowboys have not been to an NFC title game since 1996.
Okay, but that's Jerry.
Right, but this is why. Okay? All this annex that he's put up with, they still put 90,000 people in that stadium.
Yeah,
as long as that's going on, Jerry Jones is not going to do a thing.
And it's the same thing with the Saints.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Cowboys could go 3-14 every year. They're still putting 90,000 people in that
because it's the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the mystique of the Cowboys. And the Saints are probably the only thing in town in New Orleans because the Pelicans might leave.
Right.
Wow,
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that.
I've not heard that either, but the Pelicans have been nothing to get excited about.
Exactly the point, because the NBA has teased the whole point of Seattle and Vegas for what feels like 15 years.
Yeah.
It's incoming, but we don't know if they're thinking about expansion or relocation. We don't know.
Okay, well, Seattle deserves their franchise back.
Yes,
back the
they do.
They do. Because of that intro that they had for the Seattle Supersonics is one of the great intros of all time.
Speaking of Seattle, I have a question for you guys for really close up shop.
Yeah.
The American League MVP.
Oh
man. Yeah. I didn't see who won it. I haven't seen yet.
Liar.
Okay. I have not seen.
You're not going to. Well,
BS.
You're in New York. You might be happy, but the rest of us are calling a big BS on this one.
Okay.
Not to say that Aaron Judge wasn't deserving because he was, but and he wins every single year except going up against a catcher to hit 60 home runs.
Okay. The only reason I could defend Aaron Judge winning the MVP is in his God-honest defense. Judge had a better batting average.
But batting average doesn't mean anything anymore.
It doesn't, but at the same also at the
it
same
does
point,
to me, but I'm 2 feet away from saying goodnight. So
stop it. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh.
Oh yeah! Time for another victim.
And Aaron Judge led in every single category except for home runs.
Mrs. Wilson is going to smack you.
Yeah, it's incoming. But
I can.
But
feel
the fact that he was the
frustration.
catcher should have been enough to propel him to the MVP.
Not just a catcher, but a switch hitter.
Catcher, switch hitter, and that because the catcher plays probably 120 games a year.
More than that, probably.
But he played in 150 as a catcher.
Yeah.
Every game he was back there, and I played catcher in 2 games in my short career.
Yeah,
and I almost couldn't walk, and I was I played a doubleheader, as a catcher, and then the next morning I woke up, my legs almost didn't work.
Yeah, I believe that. My dad was a catcher for a hot minute, but the first place votes were like 17 or 137 to like 133 or something like that. It was like 17 first place votes for Judge.
Wasn't it
13
17-13? I believe it was
17-13 in favor of Aaron Judge over Cal Raleigh. So in retrospect, being what it is, it was close.
It was close.
If Judge was going to win it, which he eventually did, it was going to be by a hair of like the skin of their teeth.
Well, let's face it. He gets extra press because he's a Yankee.
That was the joke. That was the thing I was going to make, because baseball's East Coast bias to a T.
I mean, I will say, okay, so I hadn't seen it, despite the fact that neither of you believed me. And I will say, and you both know I'm a Yankee fan, born and raised. My father passed it down. I'm a Yankee fan, like my father before me. But I will say.
Anyway,
in the defense of Aaron Judge, you take him out of that lineup, it's a completely different lineup.
that was the other thing I was going to say. Yeah.
However, I will say, and I said this in the summer when you were regularly on No Creds, Kevin, for the baseball segment, which thank you for that. Because Cal Raleigh is a catcher, I think that should have made a difference. Catcher matters. He broke every metric offensively that a catcher can have. He broke Mike Piazza's record. Anytime you do anything like that, you're good.
Yeah. You also broke Ken Griffey Jr.'s home run record for the Mariners.
That's right. So any metric you can look at, because I'm Mike Piazza, in my mind until now, was the best hitting catcher of all time.
Yeah.
He couldn't defend to save his life.
No.
At all.
Somehow he's in the Hall of Fame, but that's
because he's the best offensive catcher of all time.
That's
until
true,
now.
That's true.
Now, Kevin, would you have made the argument until now? Because Cal Raleigh, I think he takes the crown. But where does old Carlton Fisk fall as far as offensive catchers?
I would put him in the top 5.
Okay,
no question, and put him right up there with Johnny Bench and guys like that. Yogi Berra, that's a little, even out for me. That's outside my viewing.
Yeah, Yogi
jurisdiction.
Berra. I don't think you're watching Yogi.
No.
My dad was watching Yogi, but you're not watching Yogi.
So, but when you put together offensive teams and a catcher, no one comes close to this year that he put together.
Yep,
No
not
one.
even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
And for him to do that and be, like I said, he was in the lineup every game for the Mariners.
Okay, John makes a good point.
Yeah.
Yes, Cal Raleigh had a hell of a season. I wonder if the Mariners went to the World Series and won, if they would have given the MVP to Cal. Probably.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but probably.
Yeah, the only issue with that is that they take the vote before the playoffs start.
Oh, that's a good point.
I had forgotten about that.
That's a good point.
And so the playoffs have nothing to do, whatever, with, this is the regular season award.
Which stings, because if it counted during the playoffs, then that's a wrap, because Raleigh helped get the Mariners to Game 7 of the ALCS.
Right.
And Judge and the Yankees did diddly squat.
Just like he's done every year in the playoffs, and he still remember because he dropped the ball last year.
Yeah.
In Game 5.
I can't argue with that.
And that's the same kind of problem you talk about Clayton Kershaw. He gets to the playoffs, and it's just not good.
By the way,
that's why
Hall
you
of
only
Famer.
saw him once in the entire postseason for the Dodgers, or maybe twice.
Hall of Famer Clayton Kershaw.
No question. No
question he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But, his ERA in the postseason is 4-point-something.
I think it's like 5. I think it's like 5.
It might be.
That's rough.
Yeah.
In 2 innings.
That's rough, but you're 100%.
But at least he didn't drop, a ball that, crushed his team.
Yeah. Well, and also, I mean, as much as I don't want to remember that World Series last year, Kevin.
Yeah. I'm sorry to bring that up.
The person that carried the Yankees offensively through that postseason was not Aaron Judge.
It was Giancarlo Stanton.
Thank you, Dan. Yes, you are 100% correct. The fact that Giancarlo Stanton caught fire and carried the Yankees after being injured like he always is.
Right.
And it wasn't Aaron Judge that did that. Still
No.
astounds me. Still astounds me.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, because Aaron Judge, like I said, was a worthy winner. The dude led the league in hitting by a large margin.
And by the way, he led the league in batting average, which he has never done.
Which, right, he's not, a Tony Gwynn or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Who makes contact. As you talk about Tony Gwynn, he struck out in 10 years some less than some of these guys do it in a season now.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
But my point is that he made contact with the baseball on a frequent basis.
Yep.
Aaron Judge is not that.
By the way,
he's not that guy.
No,
and that's fine. He's a power guy. He's a supreme power guy, but he led the league in hitting. So that you need to notice and pay attention to that.
Yeah, that too.
And you put Raleigh at any other position but catcher. I have no problem with Aaron Judge winning the MVP.
Correct. All right, guys, we gotta get out of here.
All right.
Don't forget, be sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, however you may be watching or listening on the YouTube page and on the Apple Podcast platform, Spotify, Good Pods, and on Belly Up and Friends. Don't forget, check out Kevin's collection of stuff. Wherever you
and Tuesday night, okay, Belly Up Fantasy Live football show.
Yeah, Kevin's rock collection of content.
Yes.
Or a string collection. You might have a string collection. You never know. And
you never know what might happen.
Catch Dustin and No Corruption Required wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube and stuff like that. From the capital region of Albany, New York, there's Dustin Henry. From the great state of Texas, from Valley Fantasy Live, is Kevin Wilson. I'm Dan Cruz. I'm coming to you from the beaches of lovely Long Island, New York. And we'll see you all in this life and most certainly the next one. Cheers, everyone. Have yourselves a good night.